is his second time on stage. And his first time on stage, I happened to be at that show, and we had a ball, and he's a very funny guy. I hope you guys give this man tons of love and respect, Puerto Rican Pete!
Let me see you give the sign. Yeah, that's it, that's it. Yeah, it's just my second time. I'm sorry I got my notes. Just remember one thing, that we're all having a good time and good fun, so I hope everybody enjoys it. I gotta tell you something. I was about a year ago, I went to New York. How many people from New York you said before there was a lot? You remember Coney Island, right? You remember the boardwalk, right? All right, so I took my friend with me, and we're walking down the street, and he says, man, I got tons of money in my pocket, I ain't got no woman with me. I said, well, what do you want to do? He says, look at this one coming this way. So he gives her an eye, he looks at her, she looks at him, and she comes up and says, hi. He says, oh, hello. He says, it's my first time, do you want to have some sex? He says, sure, why not? How much? She said, $20. He says, $20? He looks at me, I said, hey, go for it. Goes under the boardwalk with her, and you know, he does his stuff. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Comes back out, pays her the $20, and he's on his way. Well, needless to say, he calls me up and says, hey, Pete, let's go back over there to that, to the boardwalk. I might see if I find that girl again. She told him that was the first man she ever had. Charged him $20. Sure enough, there he is. He's walking down the boardwalk with me, and he's looking all around. He spots the girl. He gives her the eye. She gives him the eye. Says, oh, I remember you. You were my first band. Now she's talking a little different. So he says, well, she says, well, just because you were my first band, he says, still $20. He says, okay, let's go. They go underneath the boardwalk. There he is under the boardwalk. He does his business, comes back out. In the middle of him doing his business with her, she farts. He comes upstairs, he's got a smile on his face, and she comes over and says, you forgot to pay me. He gets his hand in his pocket, pulls out $25 and gives it to her. She takes it, she says, no, I told you because you were my first one, it was only 20. You gave me 25. He says, no, it was just a tip for blowing the sand off my balls. That's the way it goes. Let me tell you, this is Christmas time, right? So I said to my wife, what do you want me to get you for Christmas? She says, think out of the box. Get whatever you want. Don't get me any more jewelry. I got plenty of jewelry. Don't get me any more jewelry. I said, okay. So I'm walking in the mall. I can't find a thing there. I can't find anything thinking out of the box. I just walk into a pet shop. As I walk by, there's this bird sitting inside of his cage. And the bird says, hello. Oh, hi. What's your name? I said, my name's Pete. The owner comes and sees me talking to the bird. He says, not for sale. I said, well, wait a minute. This is a pet shop. This thing's talking to me. He calls me Pete. What's my name? Pete. I said, oh, well, how much is it? He says, no, it's not for sale. It's my bird. He says, that's my pet. His name is Chess. I said, hi, Chess. He says, hi, Pete. I said, look, everything is for sale here. Come on, I got an American Express card here that's burning a hole in my pocket. So come on, give it to me. Well, it's going to cost you $4,000. I don't care. Give it to me. He says, make sure you give me a clean cage and a good cage. So why is this $4,000? He says, you ain't going to believe this. I got this bird trained to sing any season. This is Christmas time, right? Yeah. He gives me a cigarette lighter. He says, stick it under his right wing. I stick it under the right wing. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. He sings the whole damn song. He says, stick it under the left wing. Oh, come, all we faithful. I said, I'll take the damn bird. That's going to be a great conversation piece when people come to the house. I don't have to listen to all the other stuff. I can talk with the bird if I don't have to listen to the rest of the stuff. So the guy goes to get me a cage. I still got the cigarette lighter in, and I stick it under his behind. Chestnuts roasting on the whole song. I gotta tell you something. You guys been to Chinese restaurants, right? Well, this young couple, Chinese young couple, he was a virgin, she was a virgin. He didn't want to tell her that he's never been in bed with a woman before. He doesn't want to say anything. You know, man's supposed to know. But she talks to her girlfriends, and she said, so, what do I do? She says, look, the girlfriends say, you go in there, you take off your clothes, you lay in the bed, you spread your legs open, and don't worry about it, he'll know what to do. And the guy's in the bathroom, he's afraid to come out. He looks over there and he sees her spread open. Oh my God! God, he got excited. He comes out, he says, so, what you want me to do to you? She says, oh, never had sex before. I don't know, but my girlfriend, she says 69. He said, oh, you like chicken and broccoli too, huh? These three guys. Here I am again.
Doing good.
All right. This beautiful woman goes to the doctor. Doctor has been a doctor all his life. All of a sudden, he sees this gorgeous-looking woman come in. All his morals go away. Oh, I gotta get this one in the room. Gets her in the room. Says, take off your clothes. Take off your pants. Takes off his pants. He starts feeling her in the legs, the thighs. He says, you know what I'm doing? He says, yeah, you're checking to see if I have any abnormalities in my legs or something's wrong. He says, yeah, that's good. He says, take off your bra, take off your shirt. Takes off her bra, takes off his shirt. He starts touching. He says, do you know what I'm doing? She says, yeah, I think she's checking maybe to see if I have any lumps or something wrong. He says, good. He says, that's right. He says, now take off your pants. Takes off her pants, lays her down, gets on top, and he starts banging her. And he says, you know what I'm doing? He says, I think you're checking for herpes because that's what I came for. Thank you.